field. You might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might.
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First down, Breeze. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
47-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Breeze. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. On play action, now Breeze. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
Makes the score Jaguars 7, Colts 0. Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jones now, off play action. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. They run the option here on first and 10. Jones out to the flat, and that's caught. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Jones looking to throw on second down. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Taylor. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, it's Taylor. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now Jones from the gun on third down. And he'll find Pittman. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
That ties
extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. Nifty move. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Breeze now on first down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. That one complete. He finds Shark. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now Breeze again. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
Josh Lambo lining up for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Makes the score.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Kickoff for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. Looking for Campbell downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 21-7.
Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now it sounds like...
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. DeForest Buckner busting through to get him for a loss of 6. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. On play action, it's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Brings up 4th and goal.
So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambeau comes on.
A 28-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. They had it 1st and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turn.
Jones hit, and the ball's out. And the Jags grab it. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Breeze now.
Colts 3-yard line.
Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. And Lambo will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambo to kick this one off.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
That's 22, that's 22. Go!
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. K'Lavon Chaisson gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look.
3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
4th down.
The Colts send out their punter. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
At their own 34.
Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And the Bears have scored again. They've got that one on cruise control. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
His kick.
And he puts it through.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Campbell making the catch. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 34-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
First down, Indianapolis.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Jones. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
A 50-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive and this field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you put some...
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30, 20. Yeah, this will get him all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. A big play there for Indy. Give him 69 yards on the ground. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but it'll be second and goal.
Second and goal.
Off the play fake, Jones. Forced out to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Josh Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
For the field goal, a 35-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24.
34.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Touchdown, Jaguars! 4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees. And this offense is running away with this one.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards. First down, Colts.
Let's go, Mike 42, Mike 42. You ain't going nowhere.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. Looking for Campbell downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
They'll take over.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And the Colts first down.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
From the gun, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, It comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And the Colts first down.
Back to Taylor on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the Jaguars' 24-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Off play action. Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
On the keeper, it's Jones. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 yards there, just like last play.
42's the mark, boys, 42.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. And the lead is down to 24.
Makes the score Jaguars 41, Colts 17. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Muscling free near the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
36-yard line. That's the end of the third quarter with the score Jaguars 41, Colts 17.
Breeze now on first down. Flushed out right. Open man right side is Shark. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Drew Brees turning back the clock. 5 touchdown passes for him on the afternoon. And the Jaguars are pouring it on.
The kick is good.
And it's up and good.
That's the score, Jaguars 48, Colts 17.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
3-yard pickup.
They run once more with Taylor. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Watch that end, tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Operating from the gun, Jones escaping the pressure right. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked off at the 30. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there, but it'll be second down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
The 33-yard line.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark there to make the grab. And the first turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
Point is good.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Josh Lambo lining up for...
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, QB, come on. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Trap 60.
Here's Jones throwing after the interception. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 49. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, You're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, 39 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. His kick is good.
Makes the score, Jaguars 76.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really... Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones dancing to his left. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good...
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That is caught at the 7. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense.
Oh, this is blocked. The Colts have it. And he gets it past the 30, but not much further than that. And the extra point attempt snuffed down.
Josh Lambeau, the kickoff for Jacksonville.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, there's really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spent a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Jones now throwing on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Jones back to the air on 2nd down. He'll drop this down to Taylor. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now Jones From the gun, he'll throw. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jags, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon.